Today I'll be discussing a decision I made to include a carer of a person with dementia into our carer support program. For the person with dementia and the carer, I use the PEOP model because it looks at the intrinsic factors and the extrinsic factors that affect the occupations that bring their meaning. So at the enter initiate stage, we received a referral from the GP of the person with dementia for a HDS assessment, and depending on these results, the implementation of dementia-specific services. So at this organisation, we prefer to start the therapeutic relationship in person. So we organised a home visit to the couple. At this time, it became apparent to me that the carer was experiencing some stress and strain. So I'll give some examples of how this was evident. So one, the carer outwardly stated that it had been difficult for him and his wife to cope with the sudden onset of his memory loss. Secondly, the carer said he had given up his leisure occupation of bowls and also catching up with friends outside of the home. So given my knowledge of occupation and the individual meaning of every occupation, I felt that the deprivation that was in play here would contribute to sort of feelings of stress and even depression, and ultimately we know that occupational deprivation can lead to ill health, disability and even disease. And finally, from the home visit, I felt it was evident the person was experiencing some frustration around his wife not being able to remember things that she used to be able to, and I felt this was exacerbated by her severe hearing loss and their inability to effectively communicate. So overall, from the home visit, it was evident that the person required some emotional support, not only as a carer but as the husband of a person with dementia. And I feel this could be provided through our counselling professionals that are part of the group, and also the support of other people in a similar situation. I felt that this group emphasises the carer caring for themselves. So for this person, it might be re-engaging with the occupations that bring them meaning, and also accessing things like respite. So not only maintaining them in the role of the carer, but also contributing to their sense of well-being. I think the person could benefit from the friendships that they can build in such groups. I feel that he is lacking some social connections, given he has given up his occupation of catching up with friends, and also bowling, which is a social activity. I think the person could benefit from some information on dementia, which is provided in these groups, to help him understand the experience of a person with dementia, and also to develop some coping mechanisms. Also, I think it would help the person with dementia with the expectations that are placed on them by the carer, and the feelings of self-esteem that, or lack of self-esteem, that come from this. The person with dementia scored a HDS of 186 out of 200. This indicated mild dementia. However, during the assessment, it was quite evident that hearing loss was severe, and it led my supervisor to refer the person with dementia for a neurological review of her hearing. So given OTs look at the whole person, we would consider both the hearing loss and the dementia diagnosis and the impact this will have on the carer. So it might make caring more difficult for the person dealing with dementia already. So in recognising this, I think it's imperative that the carer receives support in his role, and that this support is ongoing given the degenerative nature of dementia and possibly the permanency of his wife's hearing loss.